Welcome to your first video of the year, guys. I know you're excited to hear my voice constantly through your earbuds or earphones or whatever's in your ears. Anyway, I'm going to get started with quick, and we're going to make a simple drawing. In the end, it will look something like this. I'm not going to go off that video because it's 40 minutes long, and that's way too long. But so for those of you guys who just need a refresher for Revit, sorry. Inventor, this will get you going. If you know what you're doing, please follow it anyway, and we'll be able just to help you out. So the first thing you're going to do, of course, is press New. Now, if this is your first time seeing Inventor and you're not used to this kind of an interface, or maybe you just need a refresher, let me go through this real quick. Okay, right here, this is 2019, so there's a few new different examples. This is kind of a default menu. I'm assuming these are in inches, but I can't promise you that because it just says US on there. The English I know is inches, and then we have metric. New thing called modal design. No idea what that is, but maybe we'll play around with that later on this year. You have your initial parts. You want to always choose standard in.ipt. This one is where you put your stuff together. This is your IAM file. Then you have your IDW file. This is where you print off stuff. And your IPN, this is where you separate out objects. That way you can see all the pieces that you've made your thing out of. So anyway, we're going to click the standard in.ipt. And as my computer slowly loads, it looks like it is loaded. Okay, you'll see it starts off as more of a 3D interface with your extrude, revolve, sweeps, holes, that kind of fun stuff. Okay, this is your ribbon. This is your project browser. Do not close this down. There's a few new features here. Maybe you figured it out. Maybe you didn't. Do not close these out. It looks like they're a little bit harder now to close out with expand all stuff. But just please leave it open because this is going to be your history of what you've done. So to get started, press this Start Sketch right here, and you'll get these little planes right here. Now you have two options. I always click on the XY plane. If you're the type who likes to use the browser, you can click here and it'll do the same thing. So I always click XY because I always want to work up. I think I work there about all the time. I don't know this time I ever have not. So anyway, here we go. There's your plane and you're good to go. Okay. So you get your sketch menus here. I'm going to go into more of all these different icons, which are your constraints later on. As for right now, we're just going to do some basic drawings, okay? So we're going to do a rectangle first, all right? I always start on the origin point. It's good to have a center point. Don't start in space. It'll really help out, okay? As you draw this out, you'll see here how you get two numbers. If you press Tab, it'll go back and forth, okay? When you do so, you can go and pick. So let's go 5 by, you see a shot down because it did it at 5 inches. Now it'll always be 5 unless I tell it another thing. Let's go 3. Before we move forward, one thing I want you to do first, and this might be bugging you a little bit, is your zoom may seem off. So here's how you fix that. If you press File, you scroll down to the Options menu, go to Display, and make sure both these are checked. When you do so, press Apply and Close, and now your zoom will act as normal. Okay, so you zoom, of course, hit your scroll. Okay, so press your Finish Sketch, and you get something that looks like this. Pretty simple. We're going to extrude this. You're lucky I'm doing this. The other guy talked for like 40 minutes. I swear he didn't do anything. Once my computer decides to do this, click it, and I'm just going to do 0.5. Okay. Now you have options here. You can go back, you can go forth, or you can go both ways. Okay. Depending on what you're doing. If you're going to go these directions, it's going beyond your XY axis line, so it's actually going negative. But I'm not going to do that. I just want to go forward, so just press OK. Okay. We have a box done. Yay, exciting, I know, right? All right, so the next thing I want you guys to do is I want you to click on the surface because we're going to make a new sketch, okay? Whenever you click on a surface, you get a series of little icons. If you ever hover over you see that there's different options here. These are new to me. Actually, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Make sketch visible. That's kind of cool. So these are going to be ways to be able to like get into your sketches. Okay. I want a new sketch, and that's the last one over here. Okay, that's the fifth icon there. So I'm going to click Create Sketch. Okay. Hold down on your scroll to be able to pan over. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw myself a rectangle here. I'm going to start right there once again. As you see, it's going to automatically bump over here and see that 3 inches. Okay. So I want that to say 3. I'm going to press Tab, and let's go 2 here. Okay. Once you got that done, guess what? You finished sketch. All right. Then let's extrude this out. 0.5 sounds good. Look at this. It looks for your last number that you put in. I want 0.5. Let's go 0.5. Okay. So now we have a nice little step here, but we're going to play around with it a little bit more. Okay. We're going to do some fillets next because you always want to alter your shape afterwards. So let's click fillet. We're just going to do some simple ones. I'm going to click right here. Now it should just bend this top area like this, and it did. So it's not going to affect it down here. My radius, let's go 1. Perfect. Press OK, and that one's already rounded. Easy, huh? Let's do some more filleting. I'm going to fillet the edge here. Oh, one's too big. Let's go down that 0.125. Perfect. And you see here, I can pick all these edges here, and it will go ahead and it will go around these edges like that. Let's do these also. Why not? No one likes a sharp edge. Okay. So now I filleted those edges, and press OK. You see here, your edges are nice and filleted. Perfect. Okay, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to make a hole through this, and we're going to do some changing in the materials, and then we're done with this part, and then we're going to move on to a new one after that. Okay. So let's say I want to put a hole in this. All right. And I just want to put it, maybe there's a point right here I want to put it like in the middle of, and I want to put it right there. So if you click hole, and no, the video didn't stop, I'm waiting. Whenever I'm doing a video and I'm doing the same time, it lags slow. There it is. Whoa, this is different. Okay, not used to this yet. All right, this is fun. I need to just click on this, on just a spot somewhere randomly that I want to be close to. So I'm just going to go right here. Okay? See here how it's already given you some options here. Okay? I want to go to the concentric. So placement, I'm going to hit this down arrow right here. And, oh, weird. Okay, so this is different, folks. So it looks like now it's letting you choose more of an area where you want to go to instead of click on a concentric or on a linear. So I'm going to click this edge right here, and it automatically centers it. Okay? See, there's my hole. Now, you can give your diameter right here. Let's go 0.5 just to have it be that. It automatically updates it. Okay, this ball here represents your middle of your circle. Don't worry about it. Okay, and press OK. And there you go. Okay, the final thing I want to show you guys is this. If you ever want to change a material on your object, you have a lot of different options. Okay, let's say I want to change all these fillets. If I right-click on fillet, I go down to properties. I can change whatever I want to. So let's go with, I don't know, blue glazing. I don't know why I just chose that. You can choose whatever you want to. And now that'll be a nice little blue glazing, okay? On what we're doing, it doesn't really matter too much. We're just adding fun little colors. But if you ever have to do a project where you have to add a material and then do some tests on it, this is how you can do that. So let's say I want to do this one here. Properties. And I don't know. Clear blue. That looks like fun. There we go. All right. It didn't hit this because this is this fillet right there. Now let's say I want to change the whole thing. If you go up here to default, this will give you a list of all of them again. And this will change everything that you have not preset. So let's say I want to go gold. The rest of it changes to gold. We have your object done. And now you're good. Okay, now to save this. File, save as. Yes, I want you to save it because I want you to get used to making folders and things like that. So here's what I'm going to do. You're going to make a folder called Engineering 2. It's going to be all your Inventor folders. Okay? I'm going to make a folder here. Please do this. I'll make it be worth points just to make you guys do this. We're going to call this one Tutorials. Here's how I want you to save this stuff. This year I'm going to have you guys actually save it as something specific. I want you to do your initials, so mine is RW, dash tutorial 1. That way I know your files. Okay? And once that's done, the first video is now complete. This is your first part. Ask me how you want me to grade this, whether it's an upload to Edmodo or some other site. Who knows, I could be doing this 10 years from now still. Or this video might be alive still. Or I may just check you off a list. So just show me this and then we'll be good. Alright guys, see you in our next video. Thank you very much.